So I was saying to Nick, I walked out of town, beat up some monsters.
Oh, hello.
Walked back into town. Then I beat up some monsters. Had nothing to do with a dragon or a cliff.
But this game is called Dragon Cliff.
It could have been called Dragon Clef, but it would have made even less sense, I think.
Yeah, so funny story here. Jim actually thought this was going to be like an RPG akin to Chrono Trigger or Secret of Mana.
Because the banner really looks like, hey, this is an intense game with intense plot lines.
But it turns out to be more akin to a mobile game.
It's like a mobile town upgrading
idle game.
RPG idler. Yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot of there's more depth to it than just being an idle game. Like you can
the game just plays with itself.
Yeah, you can build items, you can run a town full of people.
It seems like the town doesn't seem like this is my opinion at least, but it feels like there's a town.
But the
town's doing its own thing. It looks busy, but there's really nothing going on.
I think
that's what it feels like to me after playing like RPGs where you travel from town to town and you choose what happens, and then suddenly you're like, I want to fight. So you choose an area. It's like I want to fight bosses between level 1 to 5, but then we like killed level 5 monsters. So it's like, how do you? I guess somehow you earn the right to kill stronger monsters after.
Basically, yeah, it's like progression.
Yeah.
So yeah, and the way the game plays, it's not like an RPG at all. Like
no,
you
not old school at least.
Yeah, like this isn't like turn-based. Like you can basically just play the game, set it on auto adventure, have them go fruity gauntlet, get out, go to Denny's,
run around again,
go to Denny's, get a Grand Slam, take a few shits, and then come back, and you'll still
the game's still playing.
Yeah.
It seems like a game where I don't think it was ported from ported from an Android phone. I was gonna say from a PC. It just feels like it was ported from Android to PC to Steam, and it's like, oh, I have to leave my computer on for the next 20 hours just to upgrade this item.
Yeah, or to unlock Mewtwo or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that type of RPGs.
But I am.
I'd rather explore. Like for me, it's the discovery and the mystery of like characters
and the story.
Yeah, like the twists in the story. And for me, just going back to the same town, I find that sort of.
Yeah, personally for me, this game is pretty good. I like it. I could probably play this for like another 2-3 hours.
It is definitely like I was trying to figure out how to compose what I wanted to say, and someone said something like, if you love micromanagement, you're gonna love this game. So since I'm not really a strategy guy, I'm not as interested in the strategic aspect of like, oh, I need to grind, oh, I gotta do this, oh, this person needs a level upgrade on his sword. Like,
yeah, but that's where I come in.
Yeah, that's why I prefer the old school RPG elements, like the story focus rather than the upgrading focus. Like it's not, to me, it's not even like upgrading the gear. Like I find that interesting in RPGs, but to me this is more like management.
Yeah, this game is like this game is pretty good. There's like a way you can make a profit. You basically have these 2 shops and they make weapons and armor.
Mm-hmm.
But if you set to auto sell on like normal items, they'll basically just make swords to sell and you just get money that way.
Just make swords? That's the only thing they make?
They make swords, rods, weapons, armor.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like,
but like I'm
just make swords.
I'm just giving an example, and then you can recruit people to
give you
bonuses, and then recruit adventurers.
That's the problem. Like it seems to be more about the recruitment of like characters, but you don't. From what I can tell, yeah, like they're just nameless. They have no like motivation. That's the problem. It feels like
You
the
just
story isn't there for me. Like that's what makes me like,
yeah, you're
it's
more
frustrating.
like you're more
I'd
invested.
rather know about the characters. Yeah, and
Yeah.
invest in the characters personally.
Yeah, and I can definitely see where you're coming from. It's totally up to you though. It's so if you
This is like This is like Final Fantasy Tactics to me without like they gutted the whole story.
yeah.
Like Final Fantasy Tactics, when you recruited people, like they were like soldier, archer. You know, it didn't matter if they died. Like, yeah, it mattered in the sense like, oh yeah, I want to make sure like I don't, lose the battle because the battles are really hard in FF Tactics. But in this game, it's like, oh, that guy dies, or like, who cares? Let's recruit this guy with no shirt.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Well,
you don't know that player.
or like
character.
you remind me of like Fire Emblem, and I know
Yeah,
Fire
or
Emblem
Fire
isn't it's completely different, but like you can recruit characters, but the characters have their own personality.
Exactly, like
Yeah.
they're talking cutscenes. But this game is just like, oh, this guy looks different, and he like fights a bit.
Yeah, and he
That's
has
it.
like different. So
It's very one dimensional.
it's like XCOM in a way,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's why for
or even
me,
roguelikes personally, because it's like
I guess sort of. But to me, this game like I know it's not my cup of tea, but I would give it like a 4 or 5 out of 10 because I really not without the story. To me, I don't see the point of me sitting down.
there is a
'cause
basic
I won't
story, but
personally get invested.
yeah,
So
there's a basic story, but it's bare bones. You
yeah,
can
see
easily
that's
click
why
through it.
it's like
Yeah, because that
Man.
mean at least with like Secret of Mana, you have an idea of what's going
you're
on.
trying to save the world and you're trying to understand like.
The Secret of Mana.
Yeah,
Roll
which
credits.
I don't think they ever explain. It's like the Secret of Monkey Island. They never explain it because they don't know either.
Yeah, personally for me though,
Yeah.
I
is
give
their
this
favorites.
game, it's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So this is one of those games where I'll give it a lower score and
I
Nick will
give it
be
a
like-
higher score.
Nick will be like, it's on the wish list, and I'm like, darn.
Yeah. But yeah,
Alright.
yep, so let's go hang off of a Dragon Cliff. And that's why we're called Cliffhanger.
Yeah. Keep on gaming.